Banden Dorje Jawa Punjab Dharma Karmaba Jimura Kunjin Sejajur Yidam Nanjurma Jana Kunja Java Wanjur Jam Beja Jamrala Nanjur Tijibended Rame Dorje Jawa Wanda Chuju Dongen Jinema Deshe Homra Cuba Ansu Tender Dambe Chudi Jambe Cheran Yambaran Duba Damje Ndreje Ayekeda Ludan Jinge Dumbun Adami again. Roa Gunje Dage Zidambar Tamje Kedo Dage Jodandos Tamake Gulo number Taba Samba Chanju Simgene and Tambechu Ninju Tang and then Tagana Shinki and a Tambechu Niembeke Capsula and it's all Nudi Jun Sumda Chawach Guswale and then now a minion but couple of Tabu. Tene yila menzimba shabdoro wata bikyo tene nyomomba tan deba tene tujenta bikyo ne tujenta bikyo tene kyon sumsumba yindu tesonda ta tambo nawa manyene bade ne kabba da yin sonde tan bena ne kabubshana tena chukazeluna yendugo mare tene yila menzi shabdoro ta bikyo sedu tene bena nawa nyena yang ane amjo jinne nyen jigne patangba na shinchane yila manzimba ina tene ne shabdo wata basidu chudu bashindu ma tyan rules tene nyomo thande tujenda be gyonsidu tene chue nyembe kapsu kuno number tabada hajangi kechemborre tene kuno number tabada mandena ane bena ne nala tene bena khalanda bu chunda bu ji yeba yinaya ti tudan yina ti penjushan ne yogere betina shinki tene bena dambe chue nyembala tene 템바 가야 용고 말이 근데 인도 근데 캐나다 지단게다 대한남 망부 숭 유지를 뒤거때 이나얀다 to just to remind 봐 체인도 근데 뒤거는 캐나다 담배 주냐라마스 근데 전에 레드니 다 당부 딱 가장 또 근데 자격 침벽이 근데 돈도버 제발라 근데 다 가서 거래 템포 숨 줘봐 당 드네 다께 가르고 위에 템바디 가장 콘투스 침바리 다 다리 드네 저 차지 침부 템바리 데라 드네 다리 당보디라 신암 레숭기 남샤송 말에서 차지 침부시 차지 침부당 람지 차지 침부 레비 차지 침부스 전에 숨기 거는 템바레스 디 간데레스나 드네 딱지 타를 데니시든 로그루 타를 손이 남초기 세시 타를 되니 레토베 고주메베 최단 타를 쇼 스탠드 송버리 대손드 대제단케 대송버리 데네 시기 뭐베 내로스드 베나 차제 첨보함 제단게 추 된탐백의 춘이 되게 데네 탐제라 용수 탑이요래 이나양 데네 디 소수게 데네 용수 탑 요레데 이나양 디 소수게 데네 양타바 또 마툼네 데네 친질로라 데네 딘주고요레 로바타 친질로 다스르타 된다 베나 민질로바질 삼탄도요레 디 간간진에 간데스타도고요레세나 조 데네 여바 딱베타당 데네 메바 체베다 스타지 니지 탈라 지네 데네 춘루요레스 하고 송아 데 인두 데네 따지 타를 데니시 된스르 당보 강구요레스나 딱바다 체베게 타다 용수 자구요레스 송아 딘데스레 데 인두 디페나 칸데스 송구요레스나 다 텔라 다조디 오네 된탐베게 네루시게 된디 당하나도 시에바 있는 데니 송주도 세게 요레스 데니 송주지 보고 요레 딱지 타들 데니시 된 송동아 데니 세드 군접 댐바다 된담 댐바 송도 주바티 데니 식물비 내로 인송하래 데 칸 송고 요레스나 군접 된담 댐바 세야티 최 탐체기 ngoam 내로드레 내로데 칸레스나 데네 랑심 마투바 데네 타시 쯧바 제다 용수 타와티 데네 베나 다는 가랑서 디송동아 나섬제메 셔 8월 친 마케 맹가 남케 ngo니 세야지 나 데네 치게 나와다 셈지 삼바탕 데네 베나 나게 제베게 율렌데바 나섬제메 셔럽지 8월도 친바스 젠 송바라 tene thi chidang ngo thi tene pena 당보 마기바 다른 거가 매바 배는 남칸 나고지 남칸 잡지 남칸을 땡가 가야요 말봐 된난 신기 동반이 레스전 디스지도 단 너나 군접 전담된 버스도 최 탐제기 뭐변 내로 뭐 들었어요 레스 다 전담된 버스도 군접된 버스도 된 대답이 뭐 되네 랑신 마줍 신도라 되네 남바 남수 잠도라 tene chö thamje tender ke ranshin la tene tene namba na choso tene pena jumata bo tene nawa de chuba nawa de la tene kunzup dem bas ge yo re ha ko so tene yena yang tene tire te indu tene deni sungjuk se ya khan se ge yo rasena theta bu ki tene pena kunzup dem ba la te dem ba 가세오레 단다티 덴들라 때네 추 탐제 멜람도 주마다보 테네 랑신 초바나 신지 통구 요레데 데 줍 신도라 테네 베나 대다 냠도라 코랑게롱 신오 마투바티 테네 차라 예시 말에 하고송아 테네 오 랑신 마투 신도라 라 마투바 신도라 테네 덴들라 때네 나바 나초소 나도롱와 테네 코니니 찍게 찍라 고마가바 하고송아 대라 드네 데니 송죽 전에 송요래 드네 예나야 나란 속에 띵어 마시네 아고송아 저 탐제게 내루 랑신 마주바 다시 쨘바 제다 차와 대라 드네 가야 뇌메 생에지 바 매버질런지 뇌메 뭐고 매바 드네 가야 매버질라 드네 베나 덴들 군족라 데네 덴들 멜라 fonza 다 대답이 되니 송주디 테네 네로디 또 마톱드 베나 테네 대지단게 테네 치료게 뭐부tam지 마체 빼게 베나다 나란조 추루 라면들 이나야 디견 용투고요 레스 베나 간데지레스나 테네 추루 추 라면들 용투고요 레 베나 다 추루 나라 카시 테네 베데 가세고래 되네 뭐 숨보 되네 사승에디 되네 초비여 바당 데마체베 탐제 되게 제보 임바당 된데스전에 가시 되고요 레스 되네 가시에게 야 레준데 라소부터 가야요 말에 가야 베나 가야 매버지로 문제 칭했는데 딱 그렇다고 제버다 탈라 통했는데 요래 되네 마체베 베나 가라서 넘버 3지 버저버지 춘바 이나양 되네 조 틱바 틱바람 등 샤야티 던다 조 티샤기요 레스 베나 제라 나완다보당 너데 반다보지게 이나 되네 또 칸레스나 다디 틱바람 주고 던다라 인두 베나 다 코난조 따웨 그 값을 이나 되네 던담베 덴바티 되네 두텐 참에디 켈랭기요 봐 디손자 디턴담바 레스진 켈랭기요 발 때네 되네 베나 티 담마오 샤고비 좀 센데 튼다 테레스 데네 베나 삼삼바 티 삼데 삼삼바다 샤고요 삼삼바다 버지 이나 데네 베나 치로 그 소원 두덴 참에든 되고요 말데 이나양 티 인zem버 체베게 셰바 사시르 버지 유스전에 되고요 레 디손자 베나 티샤브레 데네 다 탐제게 나는 초도 주바 체슈티 데네 다 오마바시두 데네 텐데게 가야 켈레 메바 데네 베테 탐치 탐제 내려서 동반이 이렇게 때는 밤에 그 오마바스도 탐제게 나는 초도 줘봐 따와 탐제게 나는 초도 줘봐를 세고야 좀 세던다 테레 근데 때네 배나 가세고래 배나 제당 두균점제만 임방하는 초 배나 텐데 용세게 요래 단 너나 텐주 상마 딱 받은 체백에 타단 타워지고 요래 타단 타워 또네 대니 순주고 되냐다 보지 또 도지고 요래 thing is that because there's many way it explains. So some people when they so take as religion as a because when like different religions including the Buddhism as I've explained just now, there are many different way of explaining, and in fact you can see certain way is internalism, certain way denialism. And then, in fact, people believe that this is, something existing permanently. And actually, these different teachings, this purpose is that that you are not actually falling into the one of these extremes. For example, like in the in the Buddhism, this like Yogacarya, this and the Yogacarya view is actually they doesn't believe anything existence in the outside, but to which mind, which the consciousness is, they believe ultimately existence. But it doesn't really mean that their view is wrong, but that view, in order to, because everything is non-existence, then there is a danger that you may fall into the nihilism. So that's why, according to Yogacarya, and they explain that this existence of consciousness or mind actually. So anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, even not only we are in worldly, outside, following this, belief that exists and non-existence, but within a, different practice of religion, also, it believes some kind of this kind of, views. But then it's very important for us to understand this is just a way of method. It's not something that you believe that and you either exist or non-exist. This path that ultimately you can understand, which is now the highest view, is Madhyamaka, which is free from the existence, non-existence, which is inseparable of the relative truth. The absolute truth is now, it's mentioned, is the actual meaning of the ground, basic ground of Mahamudra. For this chanita, Shiki, Deni Sunju the Shiton, Dogur, Tashi Niki Tatan Travege, Deni Sunju the Shiton. Dogur Tata Tony Lamju Keswani, that Lamti, Tene Lamki, Yantabege Lamti, then the Lamdi Takachimom, Yantabe Lamde Karesana, Dogur Tata Tony Lamcho Keswani. Dogur Tata Sidu, the Ne Tisungiore, Jedanke, Tandate, Dongbani la Shene, Hakosonga, then Dongbani le, Dendri Tulki, that the Kasa, Bena, the Chutamche, Tap the Sheriff Sung to Jubachuguore, Tap Tang, Sheriff Sung to Jubachuguore, Tap Sedu, Ta Chanjuk Samam, Ninjitang, Sheriff Dongbani Segiore, Sung to Jubachuguore, they do, then Ti Sosuke, then Hamagone, then Bena Sheriff di Chalamone, Hakosonga, then Drota Batang. Drota Sidu, Sheriff di Chalam Mone, then Drotani, then Yore, Yore, stand on to that chick body, Tabik Talafung Sigior, and that Hakosonga, and it Tombani to Hamagoba, Dene, Drotani, Che. Then a Sheriff Tadati Tabdi Chalam Mone, then a Kurbatap Sidu, then a Kaya Yomare, then a Gawa Dupugumare, the Popangumaris, and a Tetabuki, Kurbataba, Hakosonga. Then a teeny get Tadan Tawas, the Tisungiore, that Jetan get to Jundungaranso, Lamian Tabati Candestin Noviore Sena, then a Drota, Kundebla Tene, non Rugiore. That Lamian Tabel Juba Capsula, teeny that Tada Chane, Roguruti Tadan Chane, then it makes a sonam gets so tongue, Mimi, she gets Tony Sundu Jubachugiore, Hakosonga, Tony Sundu Jugne. Then it makes a sonam gets so tea, Jedanke, Parod Chimba Tula Sobe Lunga Yisum Jigone Gewasapatang, Mimi, she gets so tea, then a Tila, shut up the Parod Chimbetsis and the Tomani Gen Debek Gone, then a Sundu Jubandona, Tuni Sunjuj Goyores, tea, then a Yantavelambre, and the thing around so. Yogi gets it over, draw, Kursid. Draw, Sena Drota Sidu, then a Maimba rates in the server teller, Drota Sigiore. Hakoson. The first two words, draw, Kur. Draw Sena Drota was to do, member la rate some Nathan and the server teller, Bena, take that's also a turbo mango server teller, draw, Ta Sigiore. Kurban Dep Sena, then a pena yakuji ina ya yaku mare tik mare sayati kurba taba this is yorba this is that dona draw ta sidu tene sherab ke mombala tene draw ta ne tene pena chu thamje jobi yo re jobe matse tene takpare tembare jurwa yo mare chene tendes chene tene pa draw ta ba kurban deba sidu tene tabla monde du tene kurba demne tene legende yo mare kunjo sumsinge de yo mare tene tana thamji thembe tene sanji gu ju yo mare kaya yo mare sanji singe yo mare krowa singe yo mare thamje kora mevre seasur pena mudi jangpem beta wanda kurban de bas tisige yo ba o tendes chene tene tisige yo norna tinni da chawa tene sungdun juba mixin sonam ji soda mimi ishi ji so sungdun juba mixin sonam ji so de tabre mimi ishi ji so de sherabre tene sungdun juba ko yo res. Basically you are just negating the or not accepting the reality, truth of reality, so because of that basically that influence of the nihilism, so doesn't believe in Buddha nature, doesn't believe in cause and effect, doesn't believe that interdependent originations, so basically just say whatever you experience just now, that's it. Once you die, that's the end of the everything, and there's no consciousness continue, this sort of thing. This actually kur means you are completely against to the nature of reality, so that this is void state free chawa void void saying that free sana shingi pa ya da sumba tin debure tenen debula ani chitangke tere sishi tadal tunin de to be sonre this on du kan song go yore sana tene tena chitang siba kamsum kowe ke tene dongal le char go yore tene this on zan te tamje ma chebe ke tene shiwa nyangel ndebe kombala yang tene shiwa choji basya jorba shiwa choji be kallayang tene teyan tadugi rebu mare teni da tawa sishi tadal sidu sipa kamsun kowa da shiwa nyangelen deba nige tada tawa tene te garere sena tene zogu sanji ga kombarum bu chitele zogu sanji ga kombarum bu chite tene teni sundu basidu randendo chuji godan shendendo suji koni sunji chubate 하고 송아 되니 수도 란던다 신도 니스게 여러분 손지 주바티 되네 타도 근데도 되니 소원에
이무치티 칸네시와 디
제단계
타바
뜻은 여러분 제단계 시와세야티 데레 타바나 나란조 다시바 감순 시베게 데와시도 단단한 준직된게 코웨게 데와송고 여러분 되네 시베 데와송야데 간송고 여러서나 tene pena shinenrabu komyondu tene tel tene tene semla shiwada dewa te tobyondu tene tela yang ngombre shenru yorba tene tege tene shiwale cho zimbatela chowasum yorba te samya tela tene semla shiwada dewa je tobyondu tene te tardu gita lam resha tene do samachige zimba yorba yorba te mayimba sishini jitalenda tendes chidutene tisonza ta tangbo korju mebe chodan tabra sho sonare korju mebe chodan tabra sho sidu ane shila tene takshe ni sunzimbe ki kochu yore ten norsig yore lam la tene dokur ni la norsig yore tene drebu la tene sishini la norsig yedu tenzu tamje ge tadan chawe ge gone tene yang thabala dönübe shows tene chodan chawa table shows tene dandorna tene silam dresum ki tene tönten 좀 manoro chene tene yang thaba nyamsulen to shows tene mon res oya ta tende sene 되게 다 다른 시험 대숨 기능자 시스템버레스 다 치부시다 차수 대인도 다 단도 들어왔다나 생겼었나 다 독식게 망고지 줄때 뺀면서 건도도 망고 차서 말에 뜻은 동원행에 인지나 테스트 시 대치는 게 나라 로봇 테스트 대치는 테스트 교수들마다 다른 것이 특심마다 차 테스트 칼레도 Okay. So anyway, we'll stop it here just now, and then you can put the question. And then I'm just thinking, because the reason that actually I like Hannah to translate it into English, because my English is very limited, so I'm very afraid that you may not get really meaning of what the actual teaching. So that's why I've been trying. But since now it's taking too much really time, because we can just able to finish just 4 lines only. So that way we cannot finish within 5 days. In fact, 4 days. So I'm just telling that tonight I'll try to teach in English, and then if there's anything I can find it difficult, get the word, and then I'll just ask her to help me, and then that way I think it keeps more short. You know, we can finish better. But okay, now you can have a question. Okay, please. Any questions?
Can you please explain further what were the 4 extremes and the 8 limitations you were talking about?
Well, actually, according to Madhyamaka, there's it's actually a big subject, you know. Like, so this is the whole Madhyamaka teaching is based on that. So try to explain actually free from this cleaning of the four extremes and 8 kasa, 8 complexity or whatever. And so the base mainly it's come from 4 boundary. That's the main thing. The 4 boundary is the existence and non-existence, and then and the combination of the existence and non-existence, and then also without 2, you know, this is the main 4 boundary, and then from that, and then actually 8 complexities to kasa. Then it explains. So the main one is the, like, for example, like when we talk about like ego. So if ego's existence, then first question is whether ego is existent or non-existent, or you know both exist non-existent, or without both, you know, exist non-existent, this thing. And then if it's existence, and then where existence, externally, internally, again both or non-both, you know. So this kind of lot of, you know, 8 complexity. So there has actually logic, you know, if it's you know, existence from the others, then how can produce others other, you know, this kind of, there are a lot of logic. So you have to study whole Madhyamaka. Okay? So the main one is that they are the ones.
When you said the extreme of inverted views, what is the meaning of the inverted views?
That's what we find it difficult to get the word. Actually, the first one, the Dokur Tata Sedrva.
Yeah, it was explained. Rinpoche explained Dokur.
What? Dokur Tata Sedrva?
Yes.
Is I don't know really word in English, you know. The do means actually you exaggerate, you know. The meaning is it's exaggerating, which means, you know, that's when you do like in the practice that we have great emphasis on the accumulating merits. You know, you must accumulate merits, must, you know, pray to Buddha, and must you know, think. So that way the expression people get is, you know, there's some things God existing, Buddha's existing, you must do only that way, you know. So which means lack of the emptiness. So, and then they doesn't take as this is path, and they take as this is a rail. So exaggerate, you know, actually. So that is do. Kur means, and then in other hand, there's a lot of emphasis on emptiness, you know. Everybody must meditate on emptiness. So people have a wrong view of that. Doesn't need anything of accumulating merits. Everything's empty. So just stay in emptiness. So that these two on the path you can have a two wrong view or two. So this is all connected actually. Path, base, path, fruition, and basic different way of explaining. During the base we just say internalism and nihilism, but actually the cause is that. So that's why like exaggerate or path actually is yes or exist or non-exist. That's the main thing. And then even like fruition, like this samsara is the existence and nirvana is the peace, non-existence. So it's it's connected, base and path and fruition. So you have to free from both.
If you say that there is no attainment, he said that. In the Heart Sutra, he said there is no attainment and no enlightenment. Then where are we from?
What?
He said in the Heart Sutra, he said no form, no result. Then the last word is that no attainment and no enlightenment. Then what are we chasing?
We are chasing to realize, the enlightenment, which is there's nothing to attend.
That's why he's mentioned that.
Yeah, actually that. If you have something to attend, and that is the artificial liberation or enlightenment. So that's why what we are saying is, Buddha nature, or actually we are already enlightened, but the only things we have to, realize or develop that. So this, like, there's nothing. Non-existence of enlightenment means some people believe that enlightenment is something we have to obtain from somewhere or get somewhere or to get somebody from somebody. So this is the wrong view. So again, it doesn't mean really this emptiness doesn't mean nothingness. Free from the and existence, non-existence of that is the real emptiness.